What's up, guys? Obviously, we're in a different scenery right now. I'm just outside. That's it. I'm just outside. But in today's video, we're going to be talking about why we need Jesus Christ, why we need why we need the sacrifice of Jesus Christ. All right. And I'm going to be making 3 points here. And the first point is an analogy. And it's one that came into my head while I was praying a while ago. By a while, I mean probably a month ago. And we're going to be talking about that. And second point is going to be why we're undeserving of Jesus' sacrifice. And thirdly, why Jesus' sacrifice is the only acceptable sacrifice for mankind and human people. So first point, the analogy. Think of a dirty rag, right? This rag has dirt on it, and let's say you got some dirt on your counter. What happens if you try to go clean that dirt off your counter with a dirty rag? What's going to happen? The dirt's going to stay there. But if you take a clean rag, right, a pure clean rag with no dirt on it, and you wipe that dirt off, what's going to happen? It's not going to be there anymore. Why? Because it's clean. Many people are deceived by, well, I can make it to heaven because I'm a good person, I can do good works, do this and that, and other religions say this. But no, you're dirty, right? You're dirty. Your rag is dirty, but guess what? Jesus' rag is clean. So we're the dirty rag, Jesus is the clean rag, and he wipes away all of our sins, all of our transgressions when we can't. Hopefully y'all understood that, because honestly, to me, that's a fire analogy. Second point, why we're undeserving of Jesus' sacrifice. We're undeserving because if God is holy and if he's perfect, that means that his standard is perfection. So we're not perfect. That means we broke his standard. And that means there needs to be something that needs to come in front of us and take our punishment, or we pay for it in hell. So if we broke God's standard, that means there needs to be a sacrifice, a punishment. And Jesus Christ chose to come down on the earth and bleed and die on a cross for us, because the joy that was set before him was greater than the suffering in the present moment. And so he chose to die because he wanted a relationship with me, with you, anyone who's watching. Thirdly, like I said, I'm going to keep this short. I'm going quick. Thirdly, the third point is why his sacrifice is the only acceptable one. We look into all these other religions and we see, do this, and do that. You'll make it to heaven. You'll be spiritually enlightened. You'll make it to the next life. You won't become an ant or a bug, right? And it sounds stupid. It sounds dumb, because if we've broken God's standard, right, and we broken his law, that means the bad things we've done, we can't take back. So if they're there, how can our good deeds take away our bad? Bringing it back to the analogy, if we have a dirty rag and we try to clean it up, we try to clean up dirt, the dirt's going to stay there because it's already unclean, right? So the reason Jesus Christ is the only acceptable sacrifice is because he is the clean rag. He's the only clean and perfect person to come down onto earth and pay the sacrifice for our sins. It wasn't Muhammad, it wasn't Buddha, and that's why I choose to put my faith in Jesus Christ, and that's why you guys should too. All right? All these other religions be claiming some foolish nonsense, and some be saying that Jesus Christ wasn't crucified, he wasn't resurrected, when historical and scientific evidence show that Jesus Christ really was crucified, right? And honestly, I think it's foolish to believe in something like that and have blind faith, right? So that is why Jesus' sacrifice is the only acceptable sacrifice for mankind. Guys, we need to know that we need to take away our pride and our ego, because our pride and our ego always wants to work for things, and it wants to work for salvation because it feels good. The thing is, we can't, right? And that's exactly why Jesus came down. That's the end of the video. Those 3 points I wanted to establish, because it can be very scary when I hear people say, oh, we're saved by doing good, we're saved by this and that. I appreciate you guys for watching, and hopefully I can be making some more content. I love making videos, so I will see all of you guys in the next one. Peace.